Hey guys, it's your captain speaking. Welcome to the second devlog of the cooking game series. A lot has happened in the past few days after I posted my first devlog on the cooking game. I honestly thought when I posted it, I was only going to get a couple hundred views in the first week, but never in a million years would I think I would get over 1,000 views in just 2 days. As of recording, my channel reached over 200 subscribers. A big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It really motivated me to keep pushing and making more videos. I also wanted to announce I changed my mind. Initially, when I was making the first devlog, I wasn't so sure if people would want to play it or not. So I wasn't so sure if I wanted to make any more videos about it. But a lot of you guys really liked the idea, even though my editing wasn't the best. Starting now, I'm gonna keep making devlog videos on the cooking game. To start things off, I wanted to announce I finally got a name for my cooking game. I wanted to have a cool name that is related to what the game was all about. I looked at games like Overcooked and Kitchen Chaos, who both had really catchy names. I ended up coming up with the name Kitchen Royale. The name Kitchen Royale shows players that this is going to be a competitive cooking game, something I wanted to achieve and has a nice ring to it. When I was just sitting there in my bed thinking about life, I started to think of random things I did in the past. And I randomly came across a VR game I used to play called Job Simulator. I really liked it because it made me feel like that you were actually the one who was working. So I started to think, and I decided to scratch the 3D person controller completely and make it a first person game instead. But the only thing I'm not too sure if it's going to work is in Job Simulator, you can use both hands. But on a mouse and keyboard, you only got one mouse. So you can only use one hand. So that made me think, how would I make both hands useful? So I came up with this idea. Okay, so my idea is a player will be able to use both hands, but not at the same time. Because the right mouse button is going to be for interacting with the item, and the left mouse button will be for dropping and throwing the item. And to switch between both hands, the player will press the 1 and 2 key. Also thought of another idea where the player uses the right mouse button to use the right hand and the left mouse button to use the left hand. Not sure which one I want to use yet, but leave a comment on this video to tell me which one you think is better and easier to use. Or if you have a better idea, please do leave a comment. I'm really active in the comment section. I would love to hear your recommendations. Also want to remind you guys, I'm trying to make a game that is fun for everyone. And if you don't like something or you think there's a better way to do it, please tell me. Alright, let's get started. I made a first-person controller in the past for my game Strict Parents and released a product that uses the same first-person controller. The thing is, I'm kind of lazy and I don't feel like starting over, so I'm going to copy this and paste it in here, and boom, we're done. And oh yeah, we don't need this anymore. I also want to give a shout out to XXL1GH7XX because he offered to make me free models to help me with my game, and I really appreciate it. He made me this awesome stove, counter, table model, and some collectible items like this frying pan and knife. When I was doing some research, I came across Pontypan's epic pegboard, and I wanted to make my own. So I did. Introducing the Wall of Fame. Kind of a generic name, I know, but it'll do the job. Whoever gives me awesome ideas and helps me out during the project will be the newest member of the Wall of Fame. And congrats to XXL1GH7XX on being the first member. I was doing some off-camera scripting and got the first-person controller to work. Nothing too fancy, just any standard first-person controller. But one of the benefits is you can look at your feet. I mean, kinda. I haven't started the pickup system yet, but we'll get started with that in a bit. But I just wanted to show you how it looks so far. Looks a lot better than the other cooking games, right? Just me? Damn. But in my opinion, having it in first person makes you feel you're actually cooking and tricks the player into thinking that they're in some sort of VR simulation. But the only issue, I mean, it's not that big of an issue.
You serious?
It's just, I don't know, I'm going to make this work on mobile. It's not like 72% of Roblox players play on mobile. But that's an issue for future me. I'm pretty sure future me got this one covered, right? Anyways, in VR games, you can see your hands. I want to make something similar to that, but it always looks really goofy when you actually play. In Strict Parents, I made the player's character invisible and only the hands show if you pick up an item. In Royale, I feel like the hands will be kind of annoying to deal with, so I'm just going to scrap the idea completely. But a game that does an amazing job at fixing this issue is Cooking Simulator. For PC users, instead of having hands, they have no hands at all. Instead, when you interact with an item, it just floats. Kind of similar to what Hello Neighbor Alpha 1 did. It is kind of goofy, but this is going to be a prototype for now. A bunch of you guys commented saying that the time lapses of watching me code is kind of boring. And the people who do want to learn a code can't because they don't know what's going on. So I decided to have a mini time lapse of the process and then explain the code afterwards. Now it's finally time to start making the pickup system. So to start things off, I removed all of the unnecessary code that isn't needed inside of Kitchen Rail, like hovering over locked doors and stuff. Ran into a bunch of issues, but after like 10 minutes of hardcode scripting, we got something that resembles Cooking Simulator. So pretty much the only thing I did is when you go over to the frying pan, it will change the icon to a hover icon. Okay, I got something that I kind of want where the item is floating, but since I'm using a Roblox tool, Roblox automatically sets the tool position to the right hand and automatically makes the right arm go up. So to make something like this, I'll need to make an animation that makes the item look like it's floating. Animation looks pretty cool actually. When you pick up an item, it looks pretty cool. We pretty much just replicated the system that is inside of Cooking Simulator. There is just one slight problem with the animation. Yeah, it's bad. I just shoved the player's hand inside of the torso, so when you load into the game, you don't see your body, but other people can. If we go into the server side, we see this. Yeah, don't really know what's going on with the arm right now, but it doesn't really matter right now. Making the drop and throw system was kind of a pain in the butt because of the way the hand was positioned, but I did eventually figure it out. So what I did is say screw you to the animations and make the item just get flinked and dropped without an animation. Looks kind of wonky, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So when you load in the game, you're able to pick up the pan, drop it by clicking the mouse 2 button once, and then to actually throw the item, you have to hold it down. It will prompt this throw icon and you're able to yeet the pan. Now the last thing to do is make the knife also work. And here's a mini time lapse with a chill guy playing in the background.
I just like to take it easy.
And this is the final result. So I'm able to pick up the pan and not be able to pick up the knife since I'm only allowed to have one item. And then if I throw the pan, I'm able to pick up the knife now. Pretty cool, honestly. I really like how the system ended up turning out. That's pretty much it with this video. In this devlog, I successfully converted this game into a first-person game. In the next devlog, I'm going to probably be starting on a cutting board and a chopping system. Stay tuned for that. The next video on this channel will probably be on something else other than devlogs. Still about development, but you will have to wait and see. Thanks again for watching, and another shout out to XX1LGH7XX helping out with this project. If you want his services, his Discord is linked down below. Peace.